I think I will never run away from the fact that my rooting is in coaching. And I understand with empathy what it's like to be in her role. And I'm going to always discuss these conversations with her. And I've loved doing that. And I think, we're aligned in a lot of places. We see things differently in a lot of places, and that's important. We have discourse and dialogue, and we get challenged by each other, and Eli Horowitz is a part of that process with us as well. So building this roster has been a collaborative effort. We're not done with it yet. We are really working hard to make sure that we're building to a win now mentality, but also win in the future. And there's a balance, and I think I don't want to say sophistication. There's there's a lot of thoughtfulness that has to go into all of these decisions to make that happen. The other thing I'd say is we've had some great partnership with some of our players. KP, Dearica, they've been awesome and just challenging us, us having conversations with them. They're seeing some things that sometimes, coaches, GMs don't get to see. We are not in the locker room all the time. And they understand the culture that we're after and who's reflecting it.
Hi, Cameron from the Next. You talked a little bit just now and in the introductory conference for KP about her relationship with Dearica and their leadership together. Can you talk a little bit about what that's looked like in camp on the court? I know you just touched on it briefly for the locker room. But
Go for it, Lynne.
Yeah, I think it's clear they have on the court chemistry. I think what I appreciate about both of them is they're not afraid to use their voice, whether it's with me or with each other. But I can call something, and then those two are kind of whispering about how they're going to run an audible, and it almost always works. And then they're proud of themselves but they have that connection out there, and they have fun together. It's cool to see them out there.
Jackie Ray.
Hi, Jackie Ray TV. Raegan, this one's for you. We've talked a lot about investing in the players specifically and investing in the culture for them. How does that look different this season than it did last season?
I think the best people to ask is our players. They're the ones experiencing it. I can drill it down in so many details where I know that the investment's increased, enhanced, improved, changed. Many of you have been over to our temporary practice facility this year, JR 286. That's the space, and it's not just, the walls. It's how we're able to feed the players and, the recovery that is available to them and the equipment that's available and the ease and the privacy and the security, all of that. But it's, investment, you can talk a lot about dollars. And that is absolutely important. And we're excited about the future that's coming with practice facility. But investment's also about time you spend with people and, meeting them where they're at and, letting them be vulnerable, being vulnerable back, giving, engagement in the league. And, just compare and contrast. But it's really about how the players are feeling and locking in on, are we doing the best we can and serving them in the way they need to be served?
Michael Matthew here, LA Sports Weeklies for you, Coach. With two scrimmages, scrimmage down, preseason game, and now training camp, it's going to be your first year here coaching in the WB as a head coach. What's your excitement level for what you're going to experience this year?
Yeah, I really do. I've done this a long time. I try to just stay present, and so I'm really looking forward to Friday. The difference in this league is it's and I'm learning this. It's so fast and furious. It's like in a microwave. Your training camp is short, and you've got to make the roster decisions and put in your system and all the things. So I've just kind of been present, and I haven't really looked up to think like, oh wow, here we go, But it's getting to feel more and more real. Like here we go. That game up in Golden State, the preseason game there, that was a good, dress rehearsal, and I learned things too, and so I'm excited, but I'm just I pride myself on staying in the moment, staying present.
Edwin, second row.
Edwin Garcia, third street row. Coach, my question for you is, yesterday you mentioned that you don't like the word rebuild and you don't use it as a rebuild. So how are you going to define success this season?
It's a good question. I think, this will be, and it's been at every kind of different level. This will be my fourth program taking over, where the team was didn't finish well, finished in last place. And so just that real commitment to the process of it, and being really consistent and, not getting too high when we win, not getting too low when we lose. And it's just, we've got to build it. What does success look like? I haven't been shy on saying I want to make the playoffs. I want to. And I think with the roster we have, we can. Is it going to be hard? Yeah. Climbing is hard. Changing things is hard. But that's where that process comes in, and being consistent. How I show up every day, showing up the same, whether we win by 20, lose by 20. That stuff all adds up. And so, my expectations for the players to learn how to do that too. And just, it's the chop a tree down analogy. You don't do it in one swing, you just keep chopping and then it falls. And so my end goal is that we make the playoffs. But I'm not talking about that today. We're talking about competing at Golden State on Friday. And then we'll wake up on Saturday and talk about the next opponent. And that's how you get there.
Last question on Zoom. Kelly from W Switch. Go ahead, Kelly.
Kelly from W Switch. I got a question for Coach Roberts and Raegan Pebley. The acquisition of Jim Pebley, the acquisition of Kelsey Plum was a significant move. How do you envision her leadership influencing the team's dynamic performance of the season? And Coach Roberts, with the integration of several players, how are you fostering the team chemistry during training camp?
Repeat that last question, I'm sorry.
With the integration of several new players, how are you fostering team chemistry and cohesion during training camp?
And your question about KP, I think I didn't hear quite the end, but I think I know what you're asking. Kelsey was a significant decision by the org, and it was a significant decision for Kelsey to come and join our org and be a part of this. So, this has been really exciting to have her. I was anticipating a question of who stood out in training camp and all of that. And I'd say it's easy to talk about maybe end of rosters positions when people ask you that question, but KP has stood out in camp. And again, not just in performance, but in leadership and her competitiveness, her work ethic, her preparation for practice to even start. And it's been fun to see other people start to learn those behaviors and see that exampled and modeled for them. But I think, KP's impact is going to be all over this org. One of the things that we want to just be mindful of that is it's not all on her shoulders. And this is going to be a team effort. The style of offense, defense is absolutely shared responsibility and accountability and all of that. So I hope I answered your question correctly and the intention it was asked.
Yeah, and I would, on KP, I think to Raegan's point, just having her, again, her work ethic and commitment and her dedication to being the best, what that actually takes, and everybody wants to be the best, what it actually takes to pursue that is really, really hard, and it takes a lot of time, and it's discipline and all the things. And so just by almost by osmosis, other players being around her, that's impact. Whether or not it's about making a basket in that moment or not, just what her work ethic and commitment, dedication, and discipline looks like is going to make everybody better. In terms of your chemistry question, I think what I really appreciate about this group is that we have a lot of talented players that get a lot of recognition and ink and clicks and likes and all the things, but there's an absence of ego from our core group. They're where I'm at. We just want to win. We want to compete, get this franchise back where it belongs. And so when you don't have that kind of ego, and you couple that with unbelievable work ethic from your stars, then your chemistry is pretty easy, right? Like it eliminates a lot of the stuff that can get in the way when you have talented players that maybe come in with a big ego, and we just don't have that. And so that's a blessing for us, and we got to continue as coaches and in that locker room with them to continue cultivating that and not losing sight of the absence of ego. We can do some pretty special things.
Yeah, I think Unrivaled it created a lot of space, it being 3-on-3. And with Coach Robert's system, threes are so important, so I was really excited about that. And just as we're learning more and more, just utilizing my three-point shot and being aggressive from out there, I think will really help the team to space the floor.
David, this is from Clutch Points. This one's for Azure. I know last season you talked about kind of taking on a leadership role, being a local guru. Going into this season, obviously adding somebody like Kelsey Flock or Weiss to the locker room, just kind of how have you seen what she's brought to this team in terms of leadership?
Yeah, I think vocally KP's been really great for us, but even just by example, just the way she plays, the way she attacks every day, we've all seen that. And just her competitive edge has been really key for our team just this early. She's been leading by example. It's been really fun to see that and also play alongside that.
Hi, Raegan Pebley, sports changes for Cameron. I know it's been a long road for you, and it can get frustrating. So, what's been your go-to thing to relax and take stress?
Oh, that's a great question. I would say crafting. Just making sure that I sit on my butt and relax the way I need to get back. So yeah, I've been making stuff out of clay for my friends, and hanging out with my fiance and my dog. So life's been pretty good.
Hi, Amar, Sporting Tribune. For Cam, how is the feeling? How are you feeling just getting back out there and meeting with your teammates and getting ready for the season? And as Ray, I know you and Rickea are always getting into it. What is your relationship building like on this team with Rickea and everybody on the team?
I feel great, just taking it day by day, and really thankful that I'm not getting any pressure from the org, the Sparks. They're doing a really good job of just supporting me fully through this process. So I'm feeling great and just taking it step by step.
I think everyone can see how close me and Rickea are. But I love Rickea. She's like a little sister to me, and just seeing what she was able to do last year and just the growth that I've seen at Unrivaled, and even just so far this second year has been really cool. So everybody, we're all getting to know each other more, gelling, learning Coach Lynne's system, and it's been fun.
Hey, hi Ken, this is for you, Jared, just the other U.S. Sport. I spoke with Sarah Ashley and Kelsey, and they both have this good, massive view of you as this defensive presence and potential defensive player of the year. Can you speak on that and the confidence your teammates have in you to be that presence on that floor?
Yeah, I'm very thankful for them. They're great teammates, and I appreciate them speaking confidence into my game right now, because it definitely does not feel easy for me right now. So I just appreciate people pouring positivity into me. I think I can do anything I set my mind to. It's just got to get out on the court first. So yeah.
This question's for both of y'all. Coach Lynne talked about a lot of you guys got players that make a lot of likes and clicks, but it's the absence of ego. How fun is that playing with players that got a lot of talent, playing with a team that has a lot of talent, but there's no ego?
I think it's super fun. I think that's how you win, and that's how you win a lot of games, is when you have 5 players, 12 players that, they look good to great. They're not trying to just get theirs. It's hard to find that in this league, so I'm proud that we have that from everyone on our roster, and it's going to make the games fun, but also really exciting to watch with the ball moving around and flowing. It's going to be a fun style of play, so it's really cool to play with players like that.
Anthony DeLeon, LA Times. Cam, this is for you. What have you seen from Rickea as she's also going into year 2, and what do you see as her long-term potential?
I think the sky's the limit for Rickea. I think she's a really talented player. Like Azure said at Arrival, she made a lot of huge steps. I think that makes great for development in general. So I mean, Azure made a bunch of growth as well. So I'm very excited that she's just going to continue to grow, and I'm excited to get back on the court.
Hi guys, Mia from Internet Media. You talked a little bit about how you're getting used to Coach Robert's new system. So I was wondering, how do you describe the coaching style and how people have been adapting to it?
Yeah, she's competitive, but she's chill, and it's refreshing to have that at the helm of our team. But yeah, she's a great basketball mind. The system is really reading and reacting, which it takes a minute to learn it, but once you do, I think it's really hard to stop that and plan for it. So it's been exciting just having her implement that, and she's really down to earth, so we're appreciative of that too.
Last question, Lauren.
Hi, Lauren Jones, Mojo Media. I have a question. Lynne Roberts just said a moment ago that she has playoff expectations for this team, but she's taking it kind of one game at a time. How do you kind of balance the momentum that you have playing with a league like Unrivaled into this season, but making sure that as a team you guys are kind of staying locked in and adjusting to that on the fly as well?
Yeah, I think we all have that expectation, especially those of us returning. We, had a couple rough seasons, so we don't want to be in that spot again. And I think we all had that mentality in the off season, whether we were on Unrivaled, overseas. Everybody was keeping this in mind coming back. So, we're taking it game by game, but we know that's the end goal that we want to have. So it's pressure on us to do that, but also just enjoying the journey as well.
This question is for both of you guys. Ari, you got to talk about it a little bit about her being your vet. Honestly, can you talk about you two joining back together and her being you type of relationship y'all have?
Sorry, y'all. I like playing with Gary. I watched her play when she was in college. So when I was in Atlanta in 2021, she got drafted to Atlanta, and I basically just kind of took her in. It's like my little sister. So I was her vet, just kind of, showing her the ropes, just kind of telling her what to be prepared for, and just, can be one organization today and then a totally different organization tomorrow, next week. So just making sure she's continuing to be herself, don't do anything different. Teams know what you can do, whether you're here, whether it's Atlanta, whether it's Connecticut, wherever it is. But biggest thing is just continue to lead her, show her the guidance, and just know that she can always lean on me for whatever, whether it's advice for basketball, on the court, or off the court.
Garcia, there's going to be relevant questions for both of you. What made coming back to Sparks the right decision for you?
For me, there was a lot of unfinished business. I don't like the way the season unfolded last year, and just the pieces that we got, the draftees, and just the big signing, just Kelsey. So I think it's going to be an exciting year. Just watching us in practice, how we compete, it's going to be fun.
I think for me, just everything's coming back kind of full circle. So just embracing the opportunities that's in front of me, taking advantage of what's given to me, honestly. And I know what LA has been before in the past years. When I was here in 2017, 2018, it was totally different. I know they struggled the last few years. So knowing what our goal is and where we're trying to get back to, I'm glad that I'm a part of it. With the addition of Kelsey, I think that this is going to be a fun season. Now, it's not going to be pretty. We're going to have games where, we only take 1 point to win, but just continue to figure it out. We do have a new coach, so collectively just putting it all together with what she wants on offense and defense and getting used to playing with each other.
Hey, Jackie with Jackie TV. This question is also for both of you. I was talking to Raegan earlier. She said that the best way to find out what the difference is that the team is making as far as player investment and really building up the players is to ask you. So what is the biggest difference that you see as far as player investment from this season, from last season to this season?
For one, just us making that jump from ECC to JR. It's amazing to have like a training room that's big enough, or just a weight room with a lot of like machines. So I mean that was pretty big for us, and just the little things like feeding us in the morning and after like. So I mean I think they're taking good care of us this year.
Mike Matthew with Alex Sparks Week. So coach came out here and said, hey, I know that I have a new team, I'm a new coach of the league, but our expectation are the playoffs. So how do you guys carry that out, or how have you guys been able to carry that out, that type of energy through practice, through the preseason game scrimmage?
Honestly, it started when day one of training camp started. I think every day that we come and we show up, are we getting better? Did we improve from the day before yesterday? When we look at our preseason games, are we improving what we want to do on offense? Is coach satisfied in a way of like, okay, they're getting the hang of it. This is what I want. Does it look good? Is it still sloppy? Are we correcting them? Defensively, are we doing what we need to? We know what we have to get better at, but it's not going to happen overnight. We do have a new coach. We have a completely different system from last year, and I came at the end of last year, but we're still figuring it out. Like I said, we're gonna have our ups and downs, but we're gonna. I feel like it's gonna be. We just gotta weather the storm. I can say, you might say it's biased. I know we're gonna win a lot of games, but it starts every day in practice when nobody's watching. It starts in the games, after the games. Are we watching film? Individually and collectively, are we understanding what we have to do to get better? So we have had spurts of where we can be great. We've had spurts of just empty possessions, but we're correcting it. We're getting there. But it's just something that's going to take time. You may see a totally different Sparks team Friday. You may see we have it together in 10 games. We can't really tell you right now. But the biggest goal is to keep improving, stay on the string, and we know where our end goal is. So we're just going to continue to get better every day.
Going to Zoom, Jasmine.
This question is for both of you. How you both doing? So what part of your game that you feel like that improved during this off season?
I feel like for me, I worked a lot on my pick and roll reads. I got a chance to work on that with Cheyenne Parker ties in China. So I feel like, now we have Azare, we got Sadie. So, I mean, just to be with them and work on our pick and roll, I think that's going to be good for us.
Last question.
Hey, Omar Sesson with the Sport Tribune. Has Kelsey Plum been as advertised? I know Eric just said she was a big part of you back here. What has been the biggest thing you've seen from her, and what do you look forward to the most playing with her?
I mean, Kelsey is Kelsey. I mean, she's going to do her thing. She's great. We're doing a great job of leading us, talking to the young ones, and just buying in. I mean, she's bought into what coaches have been doing, and she's a team player, and she's really excited about winning and being competitive this year.
Rickea, we saw you on social media doing your thing. You got a lot of side quests on the orange carpet and all of that. Can you talk about your experience coming back this year as a vet?
Kind of. I'm very excited though, to have my foot in the door a little bit, just still, figuring everything out, new coach, new system. So it's kind of restarting for me. I mean, that's been my basketball career, unfortunately, every year, another coach. So Coach Lynne better stay. But it's been, a whirlwind, and I'm so happy to be here with this group. I feel like we're going to do really good things this year, so I'm excited for it.
Leon, LA Times, Rickea, this is for you. You had a great showing in Unrivaled. Where do you think your game has taken that next step going forward and going into the season?
Yeah, I feel like I've just been focusing on sharpening every tool in my toolbox. Specifically the three handles, defensive end, that's the things that I feel like are on the top of my list, and just staying confident with whatever I'm doing.
Hey, this is Rickea. What has stood out to you so far in camp in that preseason game, and what do you have to work
I feel like what stood out in our preseason game was we're going to be really good for one, and we just need to do the little things. I feel like, again, new group, new coach, new system. So I feel like for us to even go out there and do what we did, I'm very proud of us. Of course, there's little tweaks and things we need to work out, but we're going to get it. Today I just had Starbucks. I had like a cheddar sandwich and a coffee.
How y'all doing? So, Harvey Jones with Motivated Purpose. I asked other teammates this as well. Coach mentioned about just the team that struggles but doesn't have egos. Can you talk about that? How does you play with players that don't have egos and just share the wealth?
Yeah, honestly, it's been amazing. I can honestly say, like, I enjoy work every day. No matter if I'm frustrated because I'm not making shots, like this group, you know, we're just like high character people. And I feel like that's very important because you don't always get that every team you play on. So this group, again, like our vets even, like I say, like their child is just like us. Like, you can't even tell our ages if you were to guess it because, you know, we all just have like fun personalities. We have a lot of fun in practice, so to be on a group like this, it's a breath of fresh air, honestly. Like even, you know, KP, like you look at her, she's small, but you know, she could probably be intimidating when she got her RBF in her resting face. So even her, like I just told her, like I appreciate you so much because, you know, some people try to overstep or be a stickler. I thought she does just enough. She says just enough, and like her energy speaks for herself. Like she doesn't have to feel like she has to go out and get respect. Like her game, the way she gets up every morning, she's the first one in the gym, last one to leave, like, and just her as a player itself, like we just respect her. So, you know, it's good to have that. You know, she still lets me do my TikToks and stuff for her game. So
Hi guys, I'm Mia Nunez from Annenberg Media. Rickea, I asked you in the middle of the season, last season, what did you want to work on? You said confidence and defense. So I'm wondering how has that progressed? And then Julie, you've been a vet in this league for a while, so I'm wondering, you know, what are your expectations going into the season and what are you hoping to see for yourself?
yeah, same things. Again, I said it earlier, just sharpen every tool on toolbox.
I'm just happy to finally be back because last December I was supposed to come to you, but I had a surgery. So even if like I'm still injured at the moment, I'm really excited for this new season. And yeah, we have a new staff, we have like a lot of new players, like everything is new. So it's also excited to be there at that moment because it's something new and you can write history when it's like that. So it's going to be really interesting. And my goal for me, like personally this season, I want to be more vocal because I know that I'm more like a leader by example, but I think it's time also like to show up and to talk more, especially as a partner.
Let's go to Zoom, Megan Hall.
Hey, Rickea. Hey, Julie. This is Megan Hall from USA Today. Rickea, I wanted to ask you, what impressed you most about Julie's game? Like, what stands out to you?
Oh man, I mean, she got to play with us today, and even when we were just doing little things, like of course I hear great things about Julie, but even the little drills we were doing, like I can already see what I'm about to get, so I'm super excited about it. She's very confident, you know, her 3-ball looks amazing. She was not missing today, so I just can't wait for to play with her this year because I've heard like lots of good things, but I've been able to see it in this short amount of time too.
That's a great segue. This next question is for Julie. Julie, Raegan is a big fan of your game. She talks a lot about you. So for the fans that might be unfamiliar with your game, can you just give us a quick description of your style of play?
I think I love to play for my teammates. That's my first thing. Most of the time people are like, can you look at the basket? Like, can you shoot the ball? And I'm like, yeah, but I'm always like this. So passing first, like trying to organize for my team, involving all of my teammates on the board. Like that's so much, like that's really important. And then just like, I love playing the game. Like I love being in the game. Like I just want to be in the game just to play. Like I want to win, so I'm gonna bring a lot of energy, and that's why I love to play in W because it's so much different than in Europe. Like everybody's like hyped and stuff like that, and so I would love to be on the court and do that too.
Onward Sporting Tribune. For both of you guys, with the growth, the friends around the WNBA, what's one celebrity that you guys want to see come to the arena this year, other than James Pierce Jr.?
Well, for me, I'm a big fan of Kylian Mbappé, so I would love to see him here.
I would have to say Sexy Red, JT, Nicki Minaj, all the female rappers. Oh,
Yes, hi ladies, how are you? Bradley, WS Nation. Kia, this question is for you. In your preseason game against Las Vegas, can you speak to the communication that you and the ladies had on the floor, on the sidelines during timeouts, and how strong that communication is, and how you all were supporting each other?
Wait, are you talking about last year or this year when we played the Valkyries?
This year, the last preseason.
Yeah, right? Okay. Again, new team, new group, but I feel like even where we are now, I feel like we are ahead of the curve in terms of our, like, newness. Like, you know, we're new, we're still getting it, but it's a lot of vets on this team. So, you know, everyone is a hooper, everybody is a dog, and you can just tell, like, we just want to win at the end of the day. Again, no big egos. Everyone just wants to play with each other, for each other. We want to just continue to get better. So, and another thing with this group is we hold each other accountable, and no one, you know, takes it to heart, because, you know, when you build that relationship with someone, it's easier, you know, to take something that they say, like, oh, okay, like, she means that from the heart. It's not, you know, coming out of spite or nothing. So that's been very cool to play with, and it's very important for teams.
Last question.
Evan Garcia, first for Rickea. Last year when the season started, you said your goal was to be like the 6th one, and you started pretty quickly after that, made the all-rookie team. What individual goals do you have for this season?
Just to win. Like, if we were winning, everything else will take care of itself.
This one's for Shanice. Now that you've kind of got a training camp under your belt here in the NBA, just kind of what kind of things have you picked up these past couple of weeks, and how has your game kind of meshed?
So I think the main thing is probably pace and physicality. It's definitely a lot different to Australia. I'm still kind of getting used to that and adjusting to that, but I mean, I'm learning a lot of things along the way. So, yeah.
Fourth row, Bahari, and then we'll let Jack next.
I'm motivated by this question for us. Can you talk about this? Your transition to production, obviously, like
I'd say my biggest takeaway from coming from South Carolina is being a sponge. Learning underneath the best, understanding what I can do to grow and get better. So I'd say that's my biggest takeaway.
Hey, Jackie with Jackie TV. This is for both of you. You guys have a hard day mentally. How do you go home and mentally detox and reset for the next day?
For me, I think I like to go on like walks. I like to go for like a 45-minute walk or something. Get myself out of the house so I'm not isolated. Either walks or naps.
I agree. I'd probably take a nap for a bit later. Yeah.
Going to Zoom, Andrew Jones.
Thanks a lot, Joshua. Just a question for both of you. First, who so far has been the funniest person on the team or the many funny personalities on the team, and the same question for you tonight?
I think Emma. Emma's really surprised me. Emma and her, they're pretty funny together. I've known Ray as well, because I played with her in Australia, so I'd say those three.
I agree.
Going back to Zoom, Jordan Rice.
Hey ladies, hope you are doing well today. So my question is for both. It's two questions real quick. Just talk about what is one part of your game that you think is underrated that people don't pay attention to, and what are your go-to styles on game days?
I say something I feel like is underrated is my basket, my being able to facilitate, and you said go to what?
Go-to styles, like how you dress on game days.
I just dress comfortable whenever I feel like it's comfortable. I'm gonna put it on for myself. So, yeah.
For me, I think I would say my passing as well, to be honest. And then my style, more like streetwear and like comfortable stuff. So.
Thank you.
Hi, Honor, Sporting Tribune. First, what was your initial thoughts like going straight to a team that Coach Roberts just said wants to compete in the playoffs with a lot of star players on it?
My thoughts was like amazing. I was glad to be a part of this team. It was a blessing, and just took it all in. Honestly.
Back to Zoom, Lakes to Nara.
Fish,
This is for both of you. What are the points for that from Lake State and W Switch? What are some of the biggest challenges you think you both will face as rookies, and how do you plan to overcome them?
I'm going to say again, physicality. I think it's a whole, it's definitely a whole different league out here. So, I think me getting used to that, and then, I feel like just that.
I feel like this is the language for understanding like different things they say for different things.
Thank you, ladies.
Hi, Lauren Jones, Lojo Media. So this is for you. Have you had a welcome to the W moment yet? And what are you kind of anticipating as kind of that being for you in matchups with most people?
No, I did not have a welcome to the moment and welcome to the W moment yet. And I'm kind of not looking forward to it. So, but if it does happen, and I just soak it all in, take it in, stay confident no matter what, because I'm here for a reason, and be myself.
It's for you, Mia from Brink Media. Every time I go to a practice, you're the loudest one on the court. Can you just talk to me a little bit about why that is in your mentality throughout training camp?
I just feel like me communicating, no matter what, it helps me offense and defensively. It helps my teammates to let them know that I have your back, and it just gives me my energy and my confidence.
Hi, Justin Rosette with Orange County News. This question's for both of you. Who's a veteran that you feel has taken you into the league so far and helped you out, and how have they helped you?
I could say De'Erica. De'Erica took me in her lane. She talks to me. I ask her a lot of questions. Also Odyssey as well. She just helps me get through any and everything. If I ask questions, she's there to explain and tell me just to play my game.
I would say O as well. And to KP, I think for me it's more so just like picking at their brains and picking at like the way they're playing on the court rather than getting the feedback. And I can learn from that, and I like to learn from seeing things. So.
Let's go to Zoom.
Hi, everyone. It's nice to meet you all. It's Aya from our Ball is Life. I have a question for Shanice. Which player did you admire looking up to growing up when you are growing up, like watching women's basketball, and especially like being a part of the Australian Women's Basketball League? Which player did you admire growing up?
Coming from Australia, I've always, even though she's in a different position, but I've always like idolized where she's like gone and all the stuff she's done. Probably just Laura Jackson. I think everyone in Australia just looks up to her. She's the GOAT in Australia. Everywhere, and I think Laura Jackson.
Back to Zoom, Kelly.
Hi, ladies. This is Kelly from W Switch. So, question for both of you. Shanice, after signing with the Sparks, how are you adjusting to the WNBA zone competition? And for you, Samaya, coming off the national championship with South Carolina, how are you preparing to contribute to the Sparks competition?
For me, I think the adjustment has been pretty tough because I come from like Australia, and I came from a team where I was like one of the number one players, and then come here, and then I'm like a rookie. So I think the adjustment is like, it's a good challenge for me, and I like it, but I've had moments where it's been difficult.
And I can say this. Wait, can you repeat the question for me? I'm sorry.
Coming off the national championship in South Carolina, how are you preparing to contribute to the Sparks tonight?
I'm just really preparing myself. I'm just dropping everything that I came from and learning a new system, learning everything new, being a sponge, like I said earlier, and just being myself.
Appreciate the question, ladies. Appreciate it.
Charlotte or FI360. You guys have had 2 preseason games and a scrimmage against Seattle. Talk about what playing in both of those, if you were able to, how that helped just going this process, breaking up the training camp practice and being able to play in those games.
I feel like it just boosted my confidence. I can't say I was kind of nervous in the locker game, but being able to play, be myself, the Seattle game, and just soak it all in was
Yeah, I've been into the same thing. Definitely boosted my confidence. Also, Lynne really backs us all and just tells us when we're taking the right shots. And so I think, yeah, she's really helped with my confidence as well. But then even like the bets and like the return and the slip also helped us.
Hey ladies, DJ from Infinity TV. This question is going to be from Sanaya. Sanaya, Coach Don Staley is notorious for pumping out WNBA legends. I want to personally know, did you feel prepared when you arrived to camp based on the coaching you received?
I can't say I didn't feel prepared when I arrived on campus. I did feel prepared when I arrived here, just knowing that she put a lot of stuff in me to understand that I could be great one day. And
my name is Harry Jones. We're motivated purpose. Question for Marshall. Can you talk about your energy out there today in the practice? Can you talk about that? You seem like you're having a lot of fun. Can you elaborate on what was it like for today?
Of course, it's here. It's more energy. Everybody is positive, and different than Russia because we're always serious. But here it's like more dance, more energy, and everybody is like, what's up?
Hey ladies, DJ from Infinity TV. This question is going to be for Emma. I was arguing with some people in the comments on Instagram. What do you believe is your X factor that you bring to the Sparks?
I mean, energy. Every day I have energy, which is crazy to me because I have newborn twins. And it's like, where am I getting this energy from? But I bring energy, I bring strength, I bring toughness, I bring leadership. I have a lot of different things. I wear a lot of different hats. But most importantly, like energy. Energy for everybody. I'm a build you up every day.
Two questions. Marsha, when we talked on Zoom the first time, you had a whole translator. Now you're out here alone. How does that feel? Do you feel confident in that? And input for you, just talk about being a mother. Mother's Day just passed. How are you feeling? And how are you representing and letting mothers know they can do whatever they want, whenever they want to do it?
I am nervous. Really? I understand what you say, but sometimes I can like speak more, it's tough to me. But I understand. Thank you.
You hide it very well. Right. I should be talking about yeah, for sure. It's great being a mother. I'm a mother of 3 at the moment. I have 2 newborn twins and I have a 3-year-old. Being able to come in here and camp and then go home and be a mom and switch that it's definitely a challenge, but it's amazing because at the end of the day, my kids don't care about nothing but basketball. They just want to come home, want me to come home, want me to play, have fun, and be there and love on them. So it's great just to have that, just to have downtime, just to step away from basketball and have something else.
Thank you. Hey, Mercedes, how are you? Good to see you as always. You have a lot. You've got a lot of experience in the W. Played overseas. You've got a couple of titles. I'm curious, what's impressed you most about Rae Burrell through training camp? Seeing her up close. I know her work ethic is like covering here in Vegas in high school. What have you been most impressed by?
Her energy. She brings energy every single day. Never wavers, and also her athleticism. She goes hard every single play, never takes a play off. So I've been really impressed just by her throughout this whole camp. She's been holding down, the weight position, just playing hard and helping our team have energy on the floor. It's been really nice to see.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Lynne from Brink Media. Emma, Mercedes, you guys have been in this league for a while. You've been on a couple different teams. So I'm just wondering, what is different about this Sparks team that you haven't seen in other teams when you think it's the Sparks X factor?
I feel like we're hungry. This team hasn't been able to basically show all its talents lately in the last couple of seasons. I feel like this year we have a new coach, we have new energy, we have some new vets around. right. Well, I'm about to say this. No. I got you. I'll hold it down for you. I got you.
I kind of want to touch on that same thing because Coach Roberts also said she likes coaching hungry players. So can you elaborate on Mercedes about what you guys are hungry for?
I just think being better, like just knowing where LA has finished the past few years in the standings and just wanting to improve. I know just bringing me and Emma in along with some other players, but honestly, like we added veteran leadership. So I think last year LA was kind of young, which I mean no surprise there, but just wanting to add people that have experience, experience in the league, experience in the playoffs, just bringing that to LA to help them improve in all areas. So that's what we're looking forward to doing this season.
Ladies and gentlemen, the League Network. First for Emma was talking to Shanice Cincinnati just now, saying that she was the funniest personality on the team of many funny personalities. It's not true. Who's the funniest personality on the team? And that same question for you, Mercedes and Marsha.
They said I'm funny?
Yes.
Let me see. If it's not me, Kia funny, low key. No, I'm. You know the person Z is low key funny for real. Like I feel like she got this like chill personality and like quiet, but no, like if you really like pay attention, she really good. I think overall, like we have a pretty not goofy like in a bad way, but like a good way. Like we all get along very well. We're all cracking jokes. Like I could pick a couple people. I would pick Rickea too, but I'm gonna say I don't know. Everybody like KP, D, like everybody has a little bit of them. So I can really say like our whole team, honestly, we just be goofy with each other, but like in a good way.
Bash, you have anybody?
I think great. Share return 10. And TikTok.
Hey y'all, this is Jasmine from Raegan Network. This is for M and M. You guys are vets and you guys been a part of some teams. With this new team coming in, what are some of the, how has the culture evolved since training camp, and then what are you guys most proud of so far of this group?
Honestly, I think we have a complete roster. We have shooters, we have bigs, we have point guards, we have scorers, and it's just a matter of just putting it all together and just building chemistry. I mean, you know how camp goes. We get 5 days before we gotta play somebody and go out there and compete, but just using our time wisely because the week is here now, and obviously we understand it's real. Regular season starts on Friday, and we're ready to play. So just being able to build that chemistry in a short amount of time and just learn each other is very important. And then to add on that, I love that we can hold each other accountable. A lot of people, especially if we're dealing with females, we are emotional beings, and we do get sometimes upset with stuff. But this group here, we want to get better, so we're able to accept criticism, hear it, learn from it, and go back on the court and do it better. That's something that you don't have in a lot of teams.
I know, there's always a lot of issues in Nashville and used to it, but how do you guys kind of lean on each other as you're kind of learning in the system or being on all lean on each other to kind of help with learning systems of this lesson?
I would say the good thing is a lot of us know a lot of us. If that makes sense. And being able to be on different teams and stuff, you are able to just adapt like that. You always have new teammates every year. You're always in a new situation every year. So just being able to talk to each other, learn each other, and take it day by day.
Hey, DJ from Infinity TV. This question is from Mercedes. You are a two-time WNBA champion. Okay? How do you stay humble with them two championships, jokingly? But in all seriousness, how are you bringing your veteran presence with that pedigree to this varsity team?
Yeah, for sure. Just like I said earlier, I think just having that experience of being in the playoffs, being in the finals, not being in the playoffs, like just bringing that with me and sharing it with, teammates that maybe haven't experienced it before, and just giving my 2 cents and just, helping them, guiding them, just allowing to be an outlet for them if they have any questions, and just being open to any help that anybody needs. Just bringing experience overall.
Miho from Rickea Entertainment. Do you have any advice for little LA girls who look up to you, who want to become like you? Do you have any, all of your things for you?
I say it's a lot. I would always say just never give up on your dreams, because just because one door closes doesn't mean a window won't open. A lot of people don't know my story, but I was a 28-year-old rookie in the WNBA. I started overseas for a few years, and then I ended up being here. So just because it didn't happen when you think it should happen, it doesn't mean that it won't happen.
Last question.
Hello, ladies. Joining Television Sports. Hope you all are doing well today. So just 2 quick ones. First one is for Mercedes. So you played a big part of your career in Seattle, and here you are in Los Angeles. You just talked about your early impressions of the organization, and if you had time to explore the city and stuff.
Yeah, it's been nice. I was obviously familiar with several players on the team already, so it was just a matter of me just getting here and getting used to the younger players and also our rookies as well. It's been awesome. Everyone's been very welcoming, and I haven't really got the chance to get out and do something, so if you want to suggest something, send me a little message. I'm a foodie, I love coffee, I love to eat, so if you want to send me some food recommendations, or maybe the beach, but I want the beach that's like low-key, not a lot of people there. Like, I don't want Venice Beach, okay? I need something down south where it's only 5 people, so let me know. Send me recommendations.
Love that. And then just a quick follow-up, and this is for everyone. Just talk about what's one part of your game that you think is underrated that not a lot of people talk about.
I'm going to say screening. I think it's a lost art. Like, nobody really appreciates. Maybe some people do, but screening, definitely for me. I would say my 3-point shot. I think a lot of people, I don't think a lot of people know. I knock it down. Yeah, boy. Blocking everything. Oh, God.
First question is going to be for Sarah Ashley. Is this like freshman year for you? Like, you got your clothes laid out for the first game? How's camp been, and how are you enjoying it?
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, it's an adjustment for sure, just like it was our freshman year in college. The camp has been amazing. Right? I have great teammates, and just they're always in my ear. They're helping me with anything, any question I have. They're right there. And then obviously my Ray's hilarious. Like, she's always making sure I'm good. But it's been a lot of fun. Definitely just the adjustment of the speed of the game and all that kind of stuff. But being here and being with a great group of girls and great coaches, it's been a really easy adjustment for sure from that aspect.
David, yeah, go to the touch on. This one's for Ray. I think last season, one of the big things that stood out as the year went on was your ability to get into the paint, draw contact into the free throw line. Just kind of, how has that part of your game just kind of continued to progress, especially in terms of what you kind of want to show this season?
Yeah, definitely. I always try to stay aggressive when I'm playing. This is a physical league, as we all know. So, just being able to get in the paint and take that contact. I'm trying to work on finishing through that contact. And then just being a slasher. But any way I can help the team, I'm just trying to make sure I get that done. So that's slashing through the paint, and that's what I'm going to do.
Hey, Jackie Ray TV. Ray, this one is for you. We talked about who is the funniest on the team. Your name has come up, but where do you think you fall on the list? And give us the top 3 of who's the funniest on the team.
I am the funniest on the team. I feel like that's a no-brainer.
Let me back it real quick.
Right. Thank you. If anybody says anything else, then they're lying. But yeah, I think we got a few that come after me probably KP. I think KP kind of, she says some funny stuff. Like, it's out of nowhere, too. Like, it's just out of nowhere. We just hear. And it might be a little too early sometimes, but she gets the joke across. But, no, we got a good, witty team, and we make sure that we have fun throughout training camp as well as when we get in the court and are very serious. So, yeah, I think there's a few of us that are funny, but not the one.
Hi, Justin Rose, Orange County News. Sarah, Ashley, this one's for you. So less than 2 months ago, you were still playing at Alabama. Obviously, you were drafted and now in the league. How has this whole process been for you, going so quickly from college to the W?
Yeah, just the advice that I've got, just be where your feet are. So wherever you are that day, that time, like that's where you need to be. And that's been the biggest kind of just advice for me that's helped me along the way, because there's been a lot of stuff that has happened in those 2 months with the draft, with the season ending, with banquets, all that kind of stuff. And then obviously coming here and moving here really quick. And it's just a really quick process, but it's just be where your feet are and be exactly who you are, and just come in every single day and work hard.
Wondering if you could talk a little bit about what it's like playing in Coach Robert's system, how it's different from what you're used to, what excites you about it.
Yeah, definitely. I think Coach Robert's system fits our team very well. I think we're a very versatile team, pretty big. We have big guards, but we also have quick, small guards as well, and mobile posts too. So I think with the system, she does a really good job with just enhancing everybody's strengths and just playing with quickness. And we're a bit of a younger team. We have a mix, but I feel like we're on the younger, more energetic side. So I think the system really plays into that.
Thank you. Hey, Ray, how are you?
Good, how are you? Good to see you.
All right. So, I've been asking, obviously, the Aces and then a lot around the WNBA, just, I've heard a lot around the league. There's a lot of energy, a lot of people, so they just feel good. There's a good energy around the league right now. You and I talked over on Rival, and I know about your off-season program and how adamant you are about coming into the season feeling great. How has training camp started for you? How are you physically, and where are you?
Yeah, I think training camp has started really well for me, and we're all kind of in the same position of just learning a new system, so it's learning every single day, but I feel like we've all been very coachable and just open to what Coach Lynne has to teach us, and I just feel overall I've been taking care of my body. We still lift, we're on a strict regimen of lift and getting some treatment in, so I think just staying on top of that has been really crucial to just feeling good throughout the training camp.
All right, great, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Jasmine from Raegan Network. This one was from Sarah Ashley. I was speaking to Leah during their media day for the Aces, and she said she was excited to play you. What rookie are you excited to play this up?
Hey, I'm going to get right back at her. Aaliyah, for sure. I mean, we were on the same team for 3 years, so now being able to compete against each other will be a lot of fun. I've got so much respect and love for her, but when we're going against each other, we're going against each other. So she ain't my teammate on the floor that time.
Hi, ladies. Charlotte Boyd, 5360 News. Your coach was talking, and the GM Raegan talked about you guys in the identity. Can you talk about, now that you've had this training camp, what do you see the team's identity and the organization's identity is?
Yeah, I would say definitely just energetic, and I would say a little bit fiery. I think that there's a stigma going around that we're like going to be soft and all this stuff. So I just think that making sure that we come in and we're physical and show that we're going to compete every single night. It's not going to be easy for any team. I think just energetic and fiery. That's kind of the 2 words I would describe it.
Yeah, she did that pretty on the spot. So.
Questions for Ray. You were also in Rival, which we discussed briefly, 3x3 in the one-on-one tournament. How did those different competitions, what parts of that can translate to 5-on-5 in the W, and what parts do you feel like?
Yeah, definitely. I think even just in 5-on-5, when you really break it down, it's 3-on-3 action. So I think just finding those 3-on-3 actions, whether that's in the corner, at the top of the key, just being able to read what the defense is giving you. Unrivaled also was very high pace, so I think just being able to find your pace within the game was really helpful for me to read the defense and read what's open and, just become smarter with my basketball IQ. So I think just Unrivaled did a great job with that, and then just conditioning as well because I was doing a lot of running.
Hey, Ray, this question is for you. So you've had some time with the Sparks before. You came off of injury. This year, what do you want your impact to be with the Sparks organization?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, just sticking to kind of what I've been doing, just being that spark off the bench or spark in the game, whether that's starting off the bench, whatever it is, just having that energy when I come to the game and making sure that the tone of the game is up and I'm changing that momentum and getting in wherever I need to get in. Like I said before, just whatever that entitles, whether that's slashing the paint, getting some defensive rebounds, getting some steals. I feel like I'm a versatile player, so I can really bring a lot to the game. And so wherever that area is for me in that game, it might be different from one game to the next, but just finding where that is and just sticking to it.
Back to the Zoom.
It shows the League Network. First with Sarah for USAB, Alabama and Tennessee, the SEC rivals. And SEC will be right there, but with them facing off against each other, did you make any less with Rickea, Mercedes, and then for you, Ray, you played with Shanice now. You played against Shanice now in Australia. Does Shanice have a better American accent, or do you have a better Australian accent than her American accent? So first, we said.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't made any bets yet, but I'm sure that, like, I don't know, when football season comes and all that stuff, like, it will definitely come for sure. But I think that her and I can both say we're glad to be playing with each other instead of against each other.
Yeah, I'm excited to be back in Sweeney. I played with her after my rookie season overseas. She's a great versatile player. She's athletic too. I think I would say I have a better Australian accent. I do.
That's what I'm saying. She's funny.
I want to hear Sweeney's next.
Mia from Annenberg Media, Sarah Ashley, this is for you. Talk a little bit about how you come from a family of competitors, family of athletes. So I was wondering, who's a competitor or athlete that you look up to, and why do you try to model that same competitiveness within yourself?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Growing up, I loved Kobe Bryant's game, just the Mamba mentality. Obviously, for being in LA, it means a lot. And so, growing up, I always wanted to have that Mamba mentality. Always wanted to play hard offensively and defensively, because I think anytime you watched him play, he was giving his all in shoot around and workouts and games. It was every single day you could see that whatever videos came out about him, he was sweating, he was giving it his all. And so for me, that's just something that I've always wanted to do, and I've always looked up to his game. I really never tried to model my game after him. It was more just his mentality of the game.
And I can attest to that too. That same comes in, and she's very focused every single day, so coachable, and always working hard, always trying to make the right plays. She's been doing great, honestly. For Ricky to come in and just be ready like that and going hard and making the right plays. But also, Coach got on her a little bit today. She just said, yes, ma'am, and she made her adjustments and she kept moving. She's doing great. I appreciate that, right?
I have on sport training. For Ray, what was your favorite tunnel fit from last season, and how do you want to top that this year?
Ooh, I would have to definitely say my birthday fit in New York, so I'm going to definitely have to top that. My birthday's in Minnesota this year, so I don't know if I'll top it there or not, but I'm going to top it somewhere. I feel like I always got to top my best fit every single year, so I don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to be something. You're going to know. You're going to know.
We'll end with Derek Hamilton. Derek, you're on mute.
Eric Lackins, the second. Eric Lackins, the second. Kobe City, the third. Ladies, you guys talked about the indelible impact that Kobe Bryant has had on your games. Curious, I want to know if you could translate your game as a book, which book would best typify your game?
I'm reading those books. I know, I don't even know
maybe like, yeah, to be continued. I'll get back to you on that. You know, I'm gonna order some books on Amazon. I'll get back to you on that one.
Well, actually, add on.
This is Harvey Jones with Motivated Purpose. This question for both of you all. I see you all laugh a lot, have a lot of fun. Can you talk about just how important it is? How does that strengthen your game? It's like how to joke with each other, have fun, and still be serious on the court.
Yeah, I think that's so important just to be able to, you know, just bond with that. I feel like that's a bonding with your teammates to joke around and have fun. I know you guys see us making TikToks and stuff, but honestly, it also starts with the coach as well. I think Lynne knows when to off the court have some fun too, and then when we get on the court, you know, it gets serious. So I think just having that balance is very important, just with the chemistry of the team.
Yeah, I agree with it for sure. Just that balance and understanding that, like, yeah, we can have a good time off the floor, but like when we step into the lines, like everyone's holding each other accountable. Everyone wants each other to come in and do their best. But like you can